You've stumbled into another nostalgic void. Drifting, searching with your rose-colored glasses. Fear not. What an Oddcast is here to guide you. With hosts Jared Minikheim, Anthony Denny, Michael Kennedy, and Sven Magnuson. Stay odd and hold on tight.
Welcome to episode 251, Oddcast, a retrospective. I'm normally your intro man, Michael Kennedy, and I'm joined today by the founder and co-founder of the Oddcast Network, Jared Minikheim and Anthony Denny. Say hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello. Completely throwing you guys off, aren't I? Last week was episode 250, a great milestone for us, and we crossed 15,000 listens right there. So we're celebrating by eating cake and drinking sparkling apple juice that Anthony got for us. And I wanted to take this time to kind of reflect on the first 250 episodes and then kind of going forward for the next.
Done last episode.
Yes, but last episode was so good with the fucking.
We found something we're really fucking good at.
Well, apparently we're really good at shitty B movies, which is fantastic. But I asked if we could take this time to kind of reflect on like where we are as a network, where we've come as a network, and where we're planning on going as a network going forward. And that being said, because like I said in the group chat, like I've been on solidly since 94. Because I came in as like guest appearances on the cartoon brackets for was that the All Up cartoon? No, it wasn't the All Up. That was just because I remember bitching about Yogi Bear.
Yeah, so we started you right in the beginning of it.
Because
we started right at Hanna-Barbera.
Yep.
Really, we found out you really don't like furry.
I don't like anthropomorphic bears.
Yeah, Yogi, all of them were dead in
Yeah.
the water. We didn't even realize.
Neither did I until we started going, and it was just like, Jesus Christ, maybe Mike's got an issue.
Just a little bit. Every time a talking animal came, he's like, no, this show's terrible. It can't move on.
And thinking back to like, I replaced kind of Redacted when Redacted kind of went off and did his own thing.
Yeah,
you know, we've had some here and there, but
After he lit himself on fire and then went AWOL.
when he was dishonorably discharged. We love you, man. We really do. We miss you.
That is all a joke.
It is just fun as shit because, like, as he was getting ready to be deployed, he caught himself on fire, and I just had to make the joke. So
Jeremy just couldn't suck a dick.
no.
No, he was too good. That was
Yeah.
double.
So the first question is like how, because like we have new listeners, and like I told you, I don't think they're gonna go back because this is not a shot at us. About 50, the audio quality, it just gets unlistenable at some point.
Just to
I know.
let those who are new and to
Yeah.
start off this as well, to interrupt your question. When Jared and I started doing this, when we started, and I've said this many times, I literally had, I could go upstairs and grab the pair of headphones I had.
The earbuds?
Yep.
Yep.
Then I sat laying on my bed talking to Jared.
Like a high school
Yeah, I was gonna
girl.
say like a teenage girl.
Because I was doing it in my room at that point at Betty's house.
Yep.
And it was just like there's no room to do anything in that bedroom.
Nope, there wasn't.
So I just laid on the bed. I was like, all right. And which I fucking hate because I hate talking on the phone, not walking.
Yeah. Oh, same. It's good. It's what's hard about being like as a call center rep, not really, but like I'll just stand up randomly and start talking to people. What the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I can't just sit.
I gotta move.
I got movement. So, my first question, besides like, what's the origin of Oddcast? I'm not going to do that. Is like, how did your early life experience shape your aspirations and careers, like choices into this kind of thing? Like, what kind of culminated in this?
Jared?
Yeah.
Killing puppies.
Now, what I want to say is that this was Jared's idea.
That's fair.
Jared, from my perspective, Jared was he's done this so many times in my life. He reached out one day and said, "Hey, do you want to do a podcast?" I'm like, I got nothing better to do. And
That's fair.
Growing up and stuff, nerdy. Didn't have a lot of. We didn't have internet.
Yeah.
Probably until I was in high school, really.
Yeah.
So a lot of
dial-up.
not even dial-up.
You never had dial-up?
No, I did.
Did you? Cause like
When my parents were together.
Yeah.
But when my parents separated, yeah.
Dad took the internet with him.
Damn.
He went California way.
But, you know, we didn't have internet. So I spent a lot of time at the library, spent a lot of time watching movies, playing video games.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sure.
You know, creating stories with my Transformers.
Yep.
I'll admit it, I did it. I still do it.
I do it too. I did it with Legos, so.
I got a fucking.
I did it with all my Marvel.
I got a
figures,
hell of a storyline going on.
You know.
But, so I've always felt like, you know, I have amassed an amazing knowledge of stupid, unimportant things.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sure.
Like watching, because I watch movies my mom liked to watch, and my mom did acid. So.
Fair.
Like,
What a transition.
my mom did acid in high school. So her
No, this movie's really good. Ass. Ass.
and like my mom's, she's the one who introduced me to like my first horror movie, which was the Blair Witch Project.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, we've talked about that.
Yeah.
My mom told me
that's-
like this is real.
And then he had to explain to you it's all fake.
Yeah, and honestly, her explaining, because it fucked me up. Because I thought it was all real.
Yeah.
You know, where Heather and Michael go into the woods. And then honestly, that her speech to me,
Yeah.
talking about how it's not real, has permanently affected how I observe movies, because it happened at such a young age where I can have that disconnect.
Yep.
I can drop my brain where a lot of people, like some people are grossed up by gore or stuff like that. I'm
You're
just
like, it's a movie.
yeah, it's not real. It's not a movie.
Sure. Jared? If you don't have anything, it's fine, because the next couple
So
questions play into it, so.
Just in general, like why we came to be Oddcast. Essentially, is that
No.
what I gather?
That's the next
Wasn't-
question,
wasn't-
basically.
wasn't sure.
I have an interview tomorrow, so this is great prep.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's not much different than Anthony. I mean, and also Anthony, yes, I have reached out to you multiple times. I'm meaning to tell you, I'm like not a guardian angel, because that's giving myself too much credit. I'm more like a, hey, this might be neat kind of angel.
Hey, that's the perfect way of saying Jared's stuff. Hey, this might be neat if you want to move to Michigan.
It might be neat if we start this show. Who
Yeah,
knows?
it might be. Not like I'm going to commit the next 8 years of my life to it.
Get married in between.
Have 2 kids at this point now, in between. No, I mean, it was the same thing. Like, I just grew up with video games, comics, and horror movies. So, I mean, for me, reaching out to Anthony was very much the same, where it's like, hey, I just have a ton of things I want to talk about. Do you want to talk about it? And that's kind of where it came from, really. We tried different things over the years, so, I mean, we've tried to put our own little
We made movies.
twist on things.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in high
We
school,
made
we
2
made
movies.
super
We
shitty
plotted
movies.
out a bunch of them.
That's why we're so good at it.
We had a whole other one, but we've talked about it. But we had a whole slasher that we never got to actually.
It's over
look
there. I have the notes still somewhere. I just
Deep in the recesses
Yeah.
of Anthony's basement.
Like it could take me like 20 minutes, but I could find all of those because I've kept that stuff.
I mean, and
And it also helped that Jared and I lived relatively close to each other.
God, yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
Jared lived probably lived like what, 3 miles away.
No, not even. I'd say you were the closest. You were probably 2 miles
2
more
miles
from my house.
But the problem was that Jared, it was 2 miles, but at a steep hill, like a 60 degree hill.
But the hills where I grew up, my road was just like kill yourself if you think about walking. That was the reaction of people whenever they were like, "Oh, you have to walk home," and they'd get to like the bottom of my road. They're like, "Oh, this road." I'm like, "Yeah, no, there's like 3 fucking hills. You want to walk?" Like, "No, you're good." I'm like, "Yeah, no, that's what I thought."
No, you're by yourself.
My
bud.
parents don't love me. I have to do this.
No, it was a really good bike
Trying
ride
to do
home.
a scooter, and you're like, it's just not even worth it. I can just walk faster.
Oh God, I used to ride. It was fun to take the bike down because you go like 70 miles an hour to go down.
You
But
fucking
going back
break
up was a
it
pain.
for
in the
sure.
ass.
I'm trying to fucking find. I'm too lazy to type in Casadega.
Yeah, no, you were 2 miles. Jeremy was the 4 mile. Because then it was the extra mile to go to my grandfather's, which is what we did that one day, and that was a stupid decision. Just because that one had the worst only fucking way to get there was just terrible. Oh,
Let's see if I can find street
The hill?
view. I got the
lot of
hill,
hills.
but I don't know if it'll have the street view.
The middle of nowhere, probably not. Yeah.
but I think that's where like you and me got a lot of our ideas I would say honestly, probably where Oddcast started initially was those walks, because we would come up with the most random fucking ideas. Like those movies came out of just walking and be like, you know, it'd be a neat idea, and then we wrote up a zombie movie, we wrote up this movie, that like it just became like, hey, let's go for like a 2-mile walk and just talk about this random idea I had.
We got high and walked.
Yeah, that was
Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah, don't do drugs, kids.
Were there any like influential people that helped this along the way? Like you consider like a mentor or someone that really kind of pushed you in the direction to start talking about your stupid shit on a podcast?
No. Like I said,
No,
it was fair.
fair.
That's fair.
Sorry.
No, yeah, go ahead.
Because I don't know if people know this, but I don't listen to podcasts.
I do know it pisses me off. Pisses me off so
I
much.
don't listen to any podcasts.
It pisses me off so much.
Like, and it was even worse, is I'll listen to YouTube videos in the background, but I won't do podcasts.
He can't multitask people. We've talked about this.
Yeah, we did. You're an enigma.
That's true.
So, well, I mean, my dad, like, as far as like getting everything started, was my dad.
Sure.
Just because he had all the self-publishing with all the horror stories that he made. So like he was very much like, no, you want to do something that's like you're on your own. Like, no, I support it. And then growing up, I would say my great grandma. It's just because she was the one who was always there to support everything I wanted to do.
Did you?
No, great grandma Anderson, the one that passed away last spring. Yeah, because she was the one who raised me, so she was always very much like, if I want to do something, she had my back on it.
I will say I was inspired by the ye old Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
Back when, like, Achievement Hunter. Like, boy, I don't want to say back in their heyday, because
Back when it was not problematic sometimes.
yeah, back before they revealed that Ryan was a
a sex pest.
sexual predator.
Before companies got involved and secrets got let out.
But like, you know, they sat around and played video games. I'm like, I would love to just do something with my friends and get paid. I don't care about getting paid now,
Right.
But you know, it's really good. And then also when COVID happened,
Yes, the
This-
world shut down.
this was great.
It was the only outlet anyone
because
had.
because you know, like we already had this established when COVID happened, so
Yep.
we already had the schedule and everything. But it was nice to have
Yep.
because
Broke
I
up
had
without
something to do.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
When a lot of people didn't.
Yeah.
fair.
So early on in the career, like I said, I came in 85, really jumped in 94. It took a lot to find that, and my God, guys. It's been a long way. Are there any like defining moments in that first 100 episodes that really was like, actually, this might work? One of those like aha moments. It's like
I got one.
You have shit in your beard.
go
Go ahead and grab that real quick.
So I would think the moment where I realized that, I'm going to enjoy doing this with Jared is actually the Ghost Rider episode.
I hoped you were going to bring that up.
Because this is us talking.
Yeah.
I don't know which episode it was.
Oh God, it was way
But it was
back.
very early. Episode 12.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Not the Flames is what it is. Because our idea was... Because we were talking about the 2009 Hulk movie.
Yeah.
And in that movie, they sky drop Bruce Banner.
Yep.
And he turns into the Hulk.
Yep.
But that with Ghost Rider.
Okay.
And they just throw Johnny Blaze out and just lights on fire. And just, you can see him screaming, go, oh my God, it burns!
Because I had to talk about the, like, when you transform, you feel everything. It's pain. They scream in pain. So that became the ongoing
Yeah, it
joke.
was just him just sky dropping onto a cruise ship, I think it was.
Yeah, we had him driving across the ocean on a cruise ship and then being like, you guys see something in the distance? And him drive by.
If the Ghost Rider takes the helm of a cruise ship, does it become
I think that's
like-
the law.
it infuses whatever
that's
he has.
fucking awesome. I'm gonna get the
Titanic.
fucking not even the Titanic. It's like the heaven of the sea, and it just is like hell on earth, and it's just on the back, and it's just cruising like flames.
Yeah,
in
the big
back.
fucking plane.
I had to.
He races the heck of the Titanic.
They already did that in Ghostbusters. You can't do it again.
You know what? It's fair.
He gathers all the pieces of that cruise ship, of that submarine that went down.
Yeah.
It's shrapnel spinning around
Yeah.
him. He's like, I brought my own controller.
He's just doing donuts in the sea. Just. Sorry.
Sorry, I fell asleep by the control.
What about you, Jared? Are there any defining moments where you're like, actually, this might be viable at some point? Like, we're really hitting a stride.
Honestly, I would have to say probably around the same time there for me, because it was right around then we started to really find, we had like, I think we did like the multiple Hulks episode around that time, and we had fun like discussing each one.
Yep, that was.
We did Morbius short, well, not too short. That was like I think 30 after that.
I'll look through it. While you're answering, I'll find.
I have the little. I still have the little like backsatch of what was on it. I think it was episode 48 or something. But anyway. Yeah. That I would say probably about the same time. It was just the flow that we were getting on some ideas, and especially because we were also discussing like what ended up becoming like Pitch It and things like that. Just random ideas that we didn't even use till years later. Right. We started to kind of figure out there.
Right.
Like I remember the big thing that we had early, and it was a terrible name. Yeah. It's called Like and Scram.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Where we did two things that two versions of a character we liked and one we really hated.
Right.
Yeah.
So. I feel like the name could have got some. We have something there.
You guys don't do names real well sometimes.
Episode 29 on 10/21/19. Morbius, the Living Vampire.
Oh,
yeah, and that's where I did the whole sugar-free and everything.
Yeah.
Wow. Morbius was born.
Yep.
Wow.
So we've been talking about Morbius since 2019.
We've been talking about Morbius for ever, apparently.
That's because that movie was announced like a few months before.
It was, and it took forever to come out, and it was the biggest pile of garbage. It's the second
until 2024
biggest pile of garbage. until we get Madam Web and Craven, and we're gonna put a pin in that because we actually have a fun idea for that one. So, for later, for when we talk about future plans. So. What activities and hobbies that you guys had kind of like brought this together? Like Anthony, we know you have Transformers, and Jared got comic books, but like, when did you start really infusing that into the podcast and it becoming like a major core tenet of what we talk about?
I mean, honestly, I think because the original Oddcast, what we did back then is we picked a topic, and by we I mean Jared picked a topic, and we both did our research about that singular topic, and we talked about it.
Yep.
So, like, it started out with comic books because comic books were mainstream, but there's a lot of weird, obscure things that people don't know.
For sure.
Like the Maestro.
Sure.
People like that. And it was... so, honestly, I think it's been since day one that...
Yeah.
Like, just our nerdy things has always had an influence.
Collective nerdgasm.
Yeah. Way to put it.
What was like the most challenging part of starting this podcast up until like just in general? Like I came on, like I said, episode 84, 94 to kind of go from there. Like what was at the beginning? What was kind of the most challenging thing?
I just feel bad always answering first.
No, you're good.
Okay, audio.
Yeah, because I only had... that was before I figured out the closet setup that I had later on.
Yeah.
I was recording in my Explorer because it was the only spot I had.
Yep.
Jesus
and
God.
I was also recording my phone audio.
Oh my God. Okay, yep.
Yeah, because the app used to do the, like, you invite someone in and it would just record it for you. It was like, oh, we could just use that. It's great. And then I talked to an old friend from high school who was like, hey...
Dylan.
It's like, I'm going to help you out. Here's some software you need. Do you know what you're doing with it? I was like, kind of. He's like, all right, let me walk you through.
Is that when Audacity came in?
Yeah.
What episode was that?
Oh God.
Much later than
I was going to say, but it was after 84
later.
because that was StreamYard. So,
well, no, it was before that because we used Audacity, then we moved to StreamYard.
yes.
I think it was shortly before the Morbius one.
Okay.
I think because I think Dylan had seen something about it and then he reached out and he's
like, "Hey,
yeah.
this is shit. Can you like
No,
do it better?"
Not that way.
No,
but
yeah, so it's fine. I get
It was because actually I was the one who reached out to him. I was asking him if he knew, because that's what I was looking at, was like, what kind of software things do I need? And he's a tech dude. Yeah, and then he just gave me the whole rundown, like, listen to an episode I sent him, and he's like, okay, this is what you're going to need. Like, these are the basics. He's like, you've got a good idea here. He's like, these are the things that'll help you kind of get what you're trying to get.
Honestly, we really need to shout out Dylan because he helped out a lot of the early podcasts.
He helps me every so often if I have an issue and I can't get a hold of James. Dylan is usually the one I can be like, hey, what do I do about this?
But I still remember, and it's been traumatized me since, so that should tell you how bad I fucked up.
Yeah.
Don't you say
Is it Jared just like listening to the podcast and responding to himself, pretending he's you?
Not too far off.
That's amazing.
So what happened is, it was early, and I had Audacity. At this point, I was recording my own audio. I was doing it on my laptop.
Oh god, that was so hard times.
I was laying down with my Xbox headset, plugged into my computer. But Audacity has this feature called background noise removal.
Sure does.
Jared knows exactly where.
Sure does.
Fun fact: if you sample the whole audio track,
oh no,
you remove your own voice.
Oh no!
And I saved over it, and I sent that to Jared.
He's like, then I deleted it. This is just static. This is just static, Anthony. Why'd you?
Jared was able to recover it.
Kinda, yeah.
Kind of like I'm very quiet.
Yeah.
But like to this day, like I still have stuff on my laptop from stuff like when we used to record.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I can't get rid of that
just in case.
Just in case. Like, I need the audio from episode 98.
So you guys shouted out Dylan, and we've talked about and we've talked about.
That's what actually makes a joke.
I'm glad I understand that joke now. But there have been other hosts and co-hosts that you guys have talked to on this podcast, if not an adjacent podcast. What can you say about them and how they helped you kind of get steam and continue on with this process? Because wasn't there like fireside chats at one time, and there was stuff like that.
Side projects.
Exactly, I know.
So, fireside chat, believe it or not,
Yeah.
was our original idea for the podcast.
I believe it. Just shoot the shit.
Yeah, because that was when we lived together in Laco. Because that's how long this has been.
Holy fuck!
Now that you remind me, we did that before we ever even thought about doing a podcast.
List of topics and everything like that.
And it was even worse. It was on a Kinect,
fuck off.
Xbox camera, and it was because I was able to record a video and put it on YouTube. So I was like, oh yeah, we'll just do this.
Do those exist still?
No, not anymore.
Oh my god, that would have been
They
funny
did away
as
with all
shit.
these features. We had a shitty fucking camera, and it was... God, fuck, what year was
Guys
that?
are using
it
rock
was
band
2014.
microphones to record.
2014.
Yeah, and we just were like, we talked about...
Fuck, I forgot about it.
Oh, I remember what it was, too. It was the Tom Holland, because that was when they first announced, like, oh, Tom Holland will be Spider-Man. And we were talking about the different Spider-Man of, like, do I think Tom Holland could do it, or do I think this guy will be better?
Yeah,
That was literally the video, and it was shitty.
Again, I have the notes somewhere of it. But the fun fact, the reason why it's called
like
Fireside
70
Chat
Yeah.
is because of I named it.
Yeah.
And the idea was it was going because I had the YouTube page. I had the Inferno Frenzy YouTube page.
Right.
So it was going to be Fireside Chat Inferno. That was the play on words.
Clever.
Yeah, no. No, I stole the name from a cripple.
Oh.
Shout out to FDR.
Fair. Fair.
I had to clarify that really quickly.
It's and it just reminds me because like I remember you guys like we used to record 2 a week and that just kind of got unsustainable.
We just ran out of stuff for the second
the
one.
pandemic happened and nothing was happening in the world and we just ran out of shit to talk about. But going back like you mean like what Monday Thursdays right?
Yep.
Because we did the one Oddcast, which was the topic episode.
Yeah,
and then we did Odd Chats
for the longest time.
where we just talked. And I think it's evolved where they've
just combined.
They have combined. We still have topics from time to time, but for the most part, you know, we find what nugget we can hit because stuff is still not happening in the world.
No.
Like we barely have cinema, so like
it is not recovered.
But
fun fact for people, like if there's ever a day where like we have nothing and it's just like a bullshitting thing, like I call them odd chats still. Like I'll be like, oh, we didn't really have a topic. Yeah, odd chat.
It's an odd chat. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I've seen it coming through the feed, so which is totally fine because it is what it is. It's just I don't think we would have enough to talk about
No.
to do two.
God no.
Because sometimes we struggle to get an hour.
We do.
An hour of good quality shit.
And also the thing is, it's not a shot against you, Jared, or myself, but we don't live interesting lives.
We do not.
It's not like we're going out and doing crazy things every week. We all have jobs. We all do stuff.
Anthony has a wife and kid.
Yeah.
So,
dude, I spent 2 hours playing video games yesterday, and that was the most I played video games in one sitting in like a month and a half.
yeah, so just shout out to the previous hosts or co-hosts and guests, James, Redacted,
Shout out to
Dylan.
Shout out to InfoCast 5000.
Yeah,
That's a thing.
RIP.
you know,
With the
remember your
Fireside,
beginnings.
me and James spun that off for a while.
Yeah.
We did Fireside by itself.
Yeah, where you guys were you and him were Simpsons characters.
Yeah, basically.
I
Yeah.
That artist was the most frustrating person I've ever worked with making a cover. Literally, the cover that we had in the end, James did 90% of the work to finish it, because the guy originally sent me, it was us at, like, the table.
Yeah.
And it had, like, the fireplace and the 2 mics, and he just had a big purple, like, emblem thing in the middle, and that was it. And I'm like, logo, colors, blah, 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 and then the guy, like, sent me a thing, he just colored it all purple, and I was just like,
Great.
James, can you do something? He's like, yeah, no, I'll fix that up. He's like, I'll just throw some stuff on here and finish it, and then we had the cover we did. But if you're ever on YouTube, folks, go check out FWNR, because that's what
Yes.
Fireside became.
Right, the news review.
Yes, and we did that for a while, but that one was collaborated with so many YouTubers that was another one.
It kind of...
Scheduling was a pain in the dick.
Yeah, it seemed like it kind of, like, it was cool at first, because, like, I remember you talking about how you got to talk to these really cool people, but, like, it
so
just
much
seemed...
fun.
Your gaming beyond the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Oh my
so
God, I
much
forgot
fun.
about
There were
that, yeah.
so many people that I got to talk. It was so much fun. It literally was just scheduling between 10 different people to have skits. Like, oh, it was a pain in the
My
ass.
favorite thing about gaming beyond the box was that, you know, I was never invited on there, but I'm not saying that like out of vitriol. I'm not saying that being mad or anything.
Right.
I'm not mad.
No, I'm not mad. I thought it was funny because Jared was like, you know, if you want to be on, you can just ask and be on.
Literally.
I'm like, nah.
We're like, yeah.
I want to milk it.
Right. And then it kind of... Is
Which is why I
it
say
still
I'm not
going
mad.
on, or did it completely stop?
Gaming Beyond the Box stopped for a while.
Okay.
They went through a bunch of changes, and I haven't talked to them in forever now because they went away for a little bit.
Right.
If I remember right, I think their lead person, Wilmy, I believe.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah, Grandpa there. I think he had a major medical thing happen, and he had to step away. They're back now. I haven't talked
Yeah,
to
they
them.
streamed 20 hours ago.
Wow.
Yeah. So they've been back now. But yeah, still talk to a few of them, like Bomber and whatnot. Still talk to me. So.
The podcast has opened up a few doors for one person in particular, and that is the main
Jared.
founder, who has gotten to talk to some very creative people and like living out his dreams. Jared, can you talk a little bit about talking to famous people and how
Yeah,
like
Ed.
Yeah, like Ed and Chef Mike and things like that.
Well, yeah, I got to talk with Chef Mike. You all will know him, Wendy's, McDonald's.
Yep.
He's got the commercials, and he's currently blasting McDonald's. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
at least he looks out for the consumer in that regard. Like, he doesn't care.
He does not.
But yeah, no, that one was. I honestly can't take credit. That one was James. That was James tweeted him with, "Hey, wouldn't it be cool if we did an interview?" And then Chef Mike's just the nicest fucking dude ever. Was like, "Sure." And then like 2 weeks later, we had an interview. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, not to like undersell you or James, but relatively unknown.
Yo, we've unfucking heard of. He had no idea who we
And
were.
he was like, so shout out to Chef Mike.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chef Mike. He had no fucking idea who we were. He was like, "No, you guys seem kind of cool." We're like, "Okay." Talking about Batman, D&D, and whatnot.
Yeah.
One of the nicest fucking people I think I'll ever meet.
Follow him on TikTok now. He's fun.
And then Matt Hill, who voiced Ed from Ed, Edd and Eddy, and that was because of
You fucking creamed in your jeans.
yeah, I did. A guy named Italian Clowns on Twitter. He runs Four Guys with Quarters, which Eddie, you can find them on TikTok, YouTube. They're another bigger thing. But he had him on and was like, "Hey, I got told you were a big fan. We have him on." And I went on and talked.
yeah.
It's like I couldn't deny that. I was like, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I haven't met anyone.
That's why I said one person in particular.
I've only met celebrities in real life. I don't meet them online.
And the
There's
one time I
been
did
people
meet
that
him
have
in real life
been
for us.
there have been people that I've interacted with on Twitter and things like that, but or
Yeah,
X,
exactly.
whatever it
That
is.
bros.
So,
That
which
was
is
a bitch.
hey, listen, starstruck is a real thing.
Yeah,
Okay, so like to even be in the same chat room as that man was probably life altering. So,
I remember when I met Grant Imahara, and I was like fucking shaking.
uh-huh.
And I was in off. I was in office. I was working at the restaurants. I had my sideburns.
Oh, I've seen the picture.
And I was like, Mr. Grant Imahara, may he rest in peace.
yeah,
Like I got a signed dollar bill by him.
nice. Speaking of
Imahara?
celebrities and things like that, is there any like if you could like have like one person or a group of individuals on this podcast is like a bucket list person or group to interview, to just interact with for a little while, kind of who do you think would be like either the top 2 or top 3 that you'd want on this podcast to talk?
Derek Mears.
I don't know who that is. You gotta be more specific, bud.
Derek Mears,
Jason Voorhees.
Jason
and
Voorhees,
a ton of other things. Too. He's really
Swamp
good,
Thing,
Yeah.
Okay.
Hatchet, Hansel and Gretel, Zathura.
Okay.
You know,
He's really good
what
at
was he in Zathura?
He's a monster actor. And
I was gonna say,
he's really
motherfucker,
good at
you
that.
can't say that face like that, Zathura. There's 5 characters in that entire thing. One of them, I'm pretty sure, is it Dax Shepard? Is that who?
Yeah, Dax Shepard, Josh Hutcherson, Kristen Stewart.
Yeah, it's young Kristen, and the other child that gets blown off into space, and the 2 parents.
He's in Predators.
Okay.
He plays the classic Predator. Like, I would love to meet. This is purely like self. Like, I want to.
No, it's
meet
what
him.
this question is for.
I'm sorry. I'm just delaying as I'm trying to find which
creature he was?
Yeah,
Because I called him out.
he was
bullshit.
Cyclops #1 in Percy Jackson's Sea of Monsters.
That doesn't help me at all.
Yeah, that tells me.
As opposed to what other Cyclops number
He was
2?
Master at Arms and Pirates of the Caribbean, Stranger Tides.
The bad one?
Yeah.
The Sparrow.
He played the
that's
lead
Edmund Telno's
Zorgon in Zathura.
Okay, sure. He's the lead Zorgon. I remember what the Zorgons are.
They're the lizards who like fire.
I said I remember who the Zorgons are.
I didn't know if that was sarcastic.
Sorry, that
or
was
not.
unprofessional. We're divulging back. I'm sorry.
But because Derek Mears he's a really actually cool guy.
Sure.
Yeah, he's very chill and very professional. Like when he learned the Jason Voorhees character, he took child psychology, so he could understand how would this.
But yeah.
Yeah, how would seeing your mother get killed in front of you and then living in the woods actually
Sure.
fuck you up?
Yeah.
And he's a really cool guy. He's also really tall.
Okay.
And he's my personal favorite, Jason Voorhees. I would also love to interview Frank Welker.
Yeah.
Because
Obviously.
that man, he's one of the 5 voices of cartoons.
Are you kidding me? If we got that man on this podcast to read our intro, we'd use it for the rest of forever.
Damn straight.
Fucking saying "Nerds Unite." Could you fucking imagine?
Yeah. He's as much as I love Peter Cullen and he's amazing, but Frank Welker is like I said, one of the 4 voices of cartoons.
True.
So I can't think of anyone else.
You have
I can think of other people.
like a group, is there an individual, a band or a traveling troupe that you would want to interview if you ever got the chance?
A band?
Yeah. You can't really do Smash Mouth because he died. Right? So that would be fun.
Unfortunately.
I would like to do Weird Al.
That would be fun
That
as
would be a
shit.
great
That'd be
one.
a
I feel like
great
he
one.
would be a great
Oh
interviewee.
God, yeah.
100%, yeah.
I would also like to interview Daft Punk, only because I think they would do that. Because Daft Punk, Guy Manuel, I don't know, remember their names.
Yep.
Guy and Thomas. That's
Sure.
their names.
Yep.
They're great. They're trolly people.
Uh-huh.
You know how they always dressed up in their costumes.
Yeah.
It's because at the first interview they said why are you wearing costumes? No, we're not. We just woke up one day. We're robots now.
I fucking love that. That's
I would love
amazing.
to interview them and have them do nothing but respond in French.
God, that's amazing.
And then I would just
Fucking
not understand
funny
a
shit,
word they're
actually.
saying and have a full interview in 2 languages. They're speaking French. We're speaking English. Alienate a whole audience.
Jared,
And then be like, thank you. Be like,
couple
"Thank you."
people you'd want to interview, band, things like that. If we get big enough.
Yeah, I'll throw out one that.
Easy.
Actually, I'll throw out a musician. Maybe I'll throw Anthony off. I got Maynard James Keenan from Tool, the lead singer there. No, just because everything I've ever seen with him, he's such an interesting fucking dude. I would love to just talk with him.
Why?
Yeah.
Why what? Just in general.
Well, here's why. There's one.
No, I'm
clip,
not asking you. I'm asking Mr. Tool himself. Just why?
Well, here's my reasoning behind him. All right, there's one specific that is burned in my brain, and it was on Joe Rogan of all fucking places.
Of course it was.
But it was that he was doing push-ups, right? And they had a dozen donuts, and he's sitting there eating a donut. And he's like, "I'm getting so sweaty just watching you do that. Why do you do that? Just enjoy the donut. I brought the donuts. Just enjoy the fucking donut. Stop doing the push-ups. You're already jacked enough. We're good."
I love that.
It's just he's such an interesting dude. He would be neat.
I love that.
Honestly, I like the Weird Al answer. That one definitely.
Weird Al would be fun.
He would be amazing.
He would be a
He's just one of those people who feels like he's always going to be a good
You know,
person.
throw that in there. Jack Black. He'd be great.
Oh god, Jack
That
Black
would
would
be
be
an
fun. He'd get
amazing person to
Tenacious
talk to.
D. Right?
Did you hear that it did a fucking Britney Spears cover?
It was a
Yes,
great
they
fucking
did.
cover too.
Yes,
I didn't.
It's a fucking
I don't know
bop,
what
my
song
friend.
it was. Yeah, I haven't heard it. Toxic.
Nope, it's one of her young. Which one is it? It's
Not that in. I'm just gonna look it up.
yeah, I can't remember what song it is now, and it's completely escaped my.
I would also like to interview a ska band.
Ska band would be fun.
No, not any particular one, just a singular ska band.
So why'd you invite us here? Yeah, you're just a ska band.
I've always wanted to meet someone who actually played ska. Why? I don't know.
I don't know.
Kind of like how people who love to look at car crashes.
Yeah, fair.
Just don't know why.
Anyone else, Jared? Dream bucket list.
No, I think ought to be. I think that's
You
all
want to
right
have like
there.
Matthew Lillard on because that would be.
Oh, well, I
he
mean,
brings us his
come
whiskey
on now.
too. Like he brings us
Come
some
on, I mean,
fucking
I'm not going to
warlock
turn
brew.
down Matthew Lillard there.
No.
Come on now.
No,
Matthew Lillard would be great because he feels like a guy he's fantastic, and I think not in like a creepy way, but we know enough about his like filmography that we could just be more than just
very easily. Yeah.
more than just like, hey, you're Shaggy. Like I would love to talk to him about 13 Ghosts.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck was that filming like?
Yeah, that's fair.
Like you got to work with Tony Shalhoub.
What was he like?
Tony Shalhoub like.
That's awesome.
Ask him 100 questions not about him.
Just
So
as a-
when you had lunch with Tony Shalhoub, what kind of food did he
Yeah,
want?
it's like did it come pre-chewed? Was it like did he drink it to a straw? Was everything just mixed in a blender and poured in a cup?
What do you guys got to get Tony Shalhoub? Nothing. We're just
No,
We're just curious.
yeah.
We heard rumors per se that we started.
So I've heard that Tony Shalhoub is actually 7'8", and they have to film him really far away, and
It's
every
all
scene.
forced perspective shots.
Love you, Tony.
That's. I just, as a note, I just read that Matthew Lillard has signed on to be Shaggy in future live-action
nice.
projects. So
Nice. He's also signed on for 2 more Five Nights at Freddy's movies.
that's fine.
I did see that.
That's kind of all that I really wanted to ask you guys, kind of as a retrospective, kind of like where we are and how far we've come, and kind of go from there. Because like we haven't done it, and it's we've always talked about things we've done in the past, but I thought like a proper like, hey, this is 251. If you're hopping in now,
Yeah.
this is kind of what you've missed. It's a lot of bullshit, but it's fun bullshit. Some of the early ones absolutely unlistenable.
Yeah,
So like
the audio's awful.
like 85 is when we really started cartoon brackets. That was better.
Listen to the Ghost Rider one, and then none of them.
Yeah.
And barely listen to that. Well, Mike, I have some questions for you.
Okay.
Oh, no.
What do you think of garden gnomes?
Now there's garden gnomes, and there's what everyone is collecting, which I have found are not actually gnomes. The ones with the hats over their eyes are not technically gnomes.
No, what are they?
I don't know, but I saw it online and someone was ranting about it, and it was funny as shit. Garden gnomes are cursed. Why?
Why are manholes round?
Are you just asking me random questions
These
now?
are 20 creative interview questions.
Why are manholes? Who gives a shit?
Manholes, by the way, are round because every other shape would fall inside of itself.
That's true. That's a good point.
That's not a silly question. There's an actual answer to that one.
Fucking nerd.
Exactly.
Jared, you've been given an elephant. You can't give it away or sell it. What do you do with the elephant?
Go on a rampage through
It
town.
is. It is edible. Elephant
Whoa,
jerky.
two way different.
Elephant jerky.
We got answer A and answer Z. Two way different.
Well, honey, we're not going to be starving for a while. You ever had
Preserved.
You ever had
I
deer?
remember when
It's not like that at all.
At Farmers, we got a new supervisor, and they did that stupid like, oh, if you were to be a kitchen appliance, what
fuck off.
kitchen appliance would you guys
Your mom's
be?
turkey baster.
I'm over. Yeah.
I looked at this old white woman and I said, a molcajete.
Yeah.
And she's like, what's that? I'm like, it's this volcanic rock motor and pestle. And she's like, why would you be that? I'm like, because you can crush stuff in it, it's useful, and it's Mexican.
Yep. Didn't know how to take it.
Nope, but a lot
Interesting.
a lot of people got the good laugh when it said, and it's
Interesting.
Mexican.
Interesting.
I fucking hate stupid interview. Look,
Yeah.
like two truths and a lie.
What's your favorite animal?
It's an ostrich.
That's dumb.
Not gonna do that.
We like
but,
tigers.
that concludes the interview portion. We can talk about the shit that I want to talk about now. Jared,
Right on.
Yeah.
have you seen the new Kong X Godzilla, The New Empire?
Trailer.
Oh, no. I don't think I saw the newest trailer. I saw something about he's sleeping in the Coliseum.
Do you remember?
Posted, but I didn't see the
Do you
trailer.
remember how we don't put shit out in the universe because they steal it?
TM.
TM. If I told you in this trailer, they shoot a laser beam into the ocean and up into the sky, trying to summon some great creature, like it is the Rift in Pacific Rim, would you believe me? If Jared, if I told you that in the Hollow Earth there are a bunch of other monkeys having a monkey war council, just like Jared in our Planet of the Apes movie, Jared, if I told you Godzilla has an infinity gauntlet with no stones, just the gauntlet.
Or Kong has it.
Kong has it. It has an infinity gauntlet that he punches.
White Star, I think.
Sure, whatever the fuck it is. They have that. If I told you that they were crafting some sort of mecha as well to help with the combats, would you believe me? Would you believe me?
I would hope.
Jared, all these
I really
things,
hope not.
all of these things, all of them are in the new Godzilla trailer.
Jesus
Would you
Christ.
believe him if the main villain of Madam Web was killed by a Pepsi sign?
Yes. I didn't want to believe that, but then it was drilled into my head that that is what happened.
Jared,
I just wanted to...
Jared, would you also believe me if I told you that in this movie we're gonna get the little girl who can communicate with nature and the twins, and they're going to be able to control the Kongs and bring salvation to man?
There's going to be a psychic link between
Jared!
the girl and the Kong.
Jared, everything we've pitched for our fucking Pacific Rim, Kong, Godzilla, Planet of the Apes
If
fucking
when we go see
crossover.
this movie in theaters, IMAX, 'cause we will, and that little monkey in the trailer stands on Kong's head and points in any direction, that
Yeah,
they stole our
they
artwork.
stole our fucking idea.
I
Jared,
feel like this was coming, as soon as Del Toro started saying, like, I'd do a Godzilla Pacific Rim, like, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
it is wild. It opens and they're like, it's like in a cove, right? And there's just bubbles coming up, and they're shooting a laser down into it. It's like, that's the breach. That's just how happens
is
in
the
Pacific
breach.
Rim. And then they go to the cut to the center of the earth, and like something's coming in. It's a war council of monkeys, like we've talked about in Planet of the Apes. And then Kong gets a fucking infinity gauntlet and punches shit out of the sky as it's coming towards him. And the other bad monkey dude, he has what I can only consider a morning star. It is literally like a giant piece of apartment building wrapped with a chain, and he throws it at Kong, and Kong punches it out of the air. And then the little girl is there with the tiny monkey, and they're communicating. I am one twin away, 2 twins away from fucking Mothra.
Mothra's gonna be back. Like, there's already been things where people are like, oh, you can see Mothra's reflection, or hey, there's a scene of Godzilla and Kong, and there's a
God.
giant big open space between them.
Yeah.
Something fine.
Yeah.
I like Mothra back.
the-
Get Godzilla back her girlfriend.
Mothra?
Yeah.
It's a confusing sentence,
They
but I
fuck.
get what you say.
Jared. It's all in the movie. It's all in Kong X Godzilla, The New Empire, where the fuck it's called.
Yeah, Kong X Godzilla, the new
Yeah,
Empire.
actually,
Pulled
yeah,
that
you
out
did
of
get
the
right, yeah.
fucking
It
ether.
is a mouthful of a name.
Well,
It's
because
almost
is
a-
it Kong times Godzilla, or is it Kong X Godzilla, or is it Kong,
Kong
X
X.
Godzilla?
No,
The
it's
New
kind of
Empire?
like, you know, how there's Hunter or Spy Family, you know, in Japan, those
Yes.
animes, where technically you're not
Hunter
supposed to
X
say
Hunter,
the X.
but they say it.
I say it too.
Toonami. Hunter X
I was
Hunter.
about to say, if you're not supposed to say all the
Yeah,
trailers,
you're supposed
just
to.
say it.
You're not supposed to. According to the
Hunter,
weebs,
Hunter.
I still say, like I say, Spy X Family.
Yeah.
So it could just be Godzilla Kong, like the X could be
Godzilla Kong,
silent.
The New Empire. Also, they literally say, like, something is coming, and these beasts can feel it. I'm like,
Oh yeah,
fuck
because
off.
there's the new ice monster.
Which, no, that's in the Frozen Empire for. Oh my God, is Ghostbusters in the Kong universe too?
That would be fucking insane.
Also, the new Ghostbusters trailer dropped. And everyone's back, and I was talking with Anthony, and I was like, if Rick Moranis, if he just shows up, doesn't say a damn thing, if it's just him, like as even post-credit, I will cheer the loudest I have ever cheered in the middle of a fucking theater. I will stand and applaud. I want that man back in movies. I know why he quit. I know why he retired. It's time, my friend.
I've
Come
never
back to Ghostbusters.
I've never stood up and clapped for a movie.
Neither have
before,
I.
But you would for that
I
one?
would.
You would for Rick Moranis.
I'm trying to find the thing. What it's called? What new Godzilla monster? It's called Shimo.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
right.
Shimo?
Yeah,
Shimo.
Shimo.
Is it new or is it old new?
I don't know. I don't recognize Shimu.
It sounds vaguely Japanese. Oh yeah, okay.
It just is four-legged Godzilla who breathes ice instead of fire.
Okay.
Oh, because it's gonna. Oh, right, because it's gonna try to be a new Ice Age.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
great.
that's the Godzilla. That's the Ghostbusters one.
Yeah. Maybe it's the same creature.
Fucking off in New York.
Yes,
and
exactly.
Godzilla's-
Over in California, it's two different sides of the same Ice Age. What'd you do?
Oh, nothing.
He came.
Okay, but yeah, we saw and that's out too. So that was awesome that we saw that, and I'm just like, God damn it, I'm so pissed off at Godzilla right now.
I don't know how I feel about the Imaginary. Have you guys seen the Imaginary trailer?
If
I saw
No.
the. I was about to say, I saw
the teddy bear that's an imaginary friend.
Yeah,
I
those
keep
people-
avoiding that one.
I don't
'cause it was
know.
like-
Blumhouse.
But it's
I know, but that
but
doesn't
it's
mean
Blumhouse.
anything. Let's be real here. That doesn't mean
Listen,
anything
hey, but
anymore.
here's the thing. It does, because if they give us $1 million, we can do that too.
Honestly, they
Right?
probably A24 of them would probably be a pretty
Give
good bet.
me
'cause
money.
they're-
I will do good movie.
We will do B movie, but it only costs you $1 million, and it will make at least
It'll make
50.
its money back.
So you
Yeah,
will
so-
double your money.
You know, to do a B horror movie, it would be one of those two. They are the hot takers.
Can I get like a Wasp horror
Up
movie
until-
instead?
It's a B movie.
There's already a movie called like that. It's called Sting, I think they called it.
Dude,
dumb.
The
Yeah,
lead
but it's
singer-
about mutant wasps. They
I
turn
don't
people
know
into
what
wasps.
Sting's in.
It's really
The
fucking
police.
Yeah.
Singing the police.
Okay.
weird. Yes, I believe he's
Sting
leads.
is he in the
and
police?
then he went solo, I think.
Is he in the Dream Police? They live inside of my head.
So
Aerosmith Guitar Hero, motherfuckers.
It is.
It's fucking great.
No, not the wrestler Sting.
yeah, you got to be specific. Yeah,
Musician, the Sting.
yeah,
Musician and activist.
Sure.
Yeah, he was in the police.
yeah, because that's got the every move you make.
Is that them?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
police.
that's
No
him,
shit.
yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's people's joke with him is always he could only understand like every other word he says.
Oh, I thought they were joking with Ozzy Osbourne. Are they not the same person?
No, that's
I'm joking. I know who Ozzy Osbourne is,
I
but
mean-
it's the same fucking joke.
I mean, have you heard It Sounds Like Nirvana? The song about how no one could understand Nirvana?
yes.
Yes,
Yeah. By Weird Al.
Anthony, happy late Christmas.
Hey, it's a bag.
I took it out of the bag.
Fucking
but-
hot daddy.
No, it's Beelzebub.
Hot
The
daddy.
guy that I fucking busted out laughing when I
Hot
saw him
daddy.
the first time.
He has a motorcycle.
He has a motorcycle.
He has it. It comes separate, and
Thank
it's more
God I
expensive.
have no motorcycles.
I know, right?
Like, I don't have any Transformers.
You don't have any Transformers
that can turn it into a
We need to get you
motorcycle.
sideways from the Cybertron University.
You mean that guy right there?
Did he not turn into a motorcycle? He's
I
a
was being
motorcycle.
sarcastic.
I know.
He's a motorcycle. Those are motorcycles. There's a motorcycle down there. She's a motorcycle.
You could probably just get him to ride on Optimus.
Why is his arm so gangly?
Because it's a pivot point. Well, I'm pretty sure it turns into a gun.
Oh, that's fucking...
That's 90s plastic. That's what that is.
Dude, that shit gives you fucking cancer.
Yeah, he
He reached out. He can almost touch his toes.
oh my god, it's real. It upsets me that it's just actually just slightly longer.
Yeah,
on
no,
that
it's
side.
right.
It's like that is how it is
I
because
noticed
that's
that in the package. I was like, what the
God, it's gonna...
It's,
son of a bitch. He's got a tail.
He's got his shotguns, and he's all.
Hot goth emo daddy. I love you, daddy.
Look like he's got a tail.
He's got a tail.
I did not realize he had a tail.
He has a tail.
Anthony, did you see his back, too?
What?
What are these?
Oh, they're tassels.
Is this tassels?
He's got leather. He's a hot leather daddy.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a bomber jacket. It's got tassels.
He's got his cattails on the back, just all ready to go.
The gun goes in the jacket.
Only one gun. You have to hold the other one.
Yeah, he's a shoot now, ask questions
God,
later.
this fucking...
Well, Anthony struggles with that. Those of you who are newer to the show, Michael did a show called The Worst Nostalgia Trip Ever
It's
Taken.
still technically out there, so people are still listening to it. Thank you.
Good.
Heather,
Because it is fun.
eventually, me and Heather will record again. She's just preoccupied growing a human and taking care of another one while Anthony shrugs his responsibilities down here recording with us.
I'm sorry, well,
So there's a character on there called Flabber, and I found this ungodforsaken.
It's so bigger than I thought it was! No! It's so much bigger than I thought it was!
Yeah, no, that thing's fucking huge.
It's like Elvis Presley and Leno and Genie's Aladdin were all just somehow put into the same
fucking
body.
Christ.
Unless you're Googled, then if Flabber's just a big old fat boy. If you
say-
would like to open them, I do have open tools down here.
No, I'm afraid if I open him, he's going to attack me in the middle of the
You'll
night.
free him from his bond.
Yes!
I hope
I'm
you
not
know that's
joking.
not Mike is going to not have this in his room. He's going into the garage, locked up in a box.
Funny as shit. I have stuff out there, so yes, it's probably where it will be. But eventually, when I get an office, I will display it. I just have no place for it. I thought it was going to be like a little one. This fucker is massive,
He's
Jared.
probably
It's a
like-
doll. It's
12
20
inches
bucks.
tall.
How much? 20. Did it say it was cursed? Did the description on eBay say, like, hey, this is actually a haunted doll, and the spirit that lives inside it, her name is Ella, and Ella's really friendly for most people, unless you're a middle-aged man who lives with his parents, and then she's gonna be really upset with you.
You know, it would be a great gift for Mike. This description sounds perfect.
That's so big.
And Mike, you're a middle-aged white guy living with his parents. Right? I'm making sure this thing I'm gonna buy.
It's fucking huge. I thought it was
I
gonna
do
be
want to
like
say, you did get a good deal for it.
I thought it was gonna be fucking Anthony-sized, like just one of those. Because like I have
Yeah.
Beetleborg action
Completely.
figures.
It runs on
So did
3
I.
AA batteries and is 15 inches tall.
Oh, that was the
It
most
will never
random
run
part.
on batteries, mind
Yeah,
you.
no, it will never
It will
run.
never
Michael,
run on
honestly,
batteries.
I feel like you should put batteries in him, because if it talks and it doesn't have any in it, that will be worse.
Will it? But what if I put batteries in it and it says stuff that isn't flabtastic, flabulous, flabberific, or let's flabberize them? What if it doesn't say one of those 4
It just goes,
approved flabber sayings?
You're like, what? Flabber!
Mike's gonna wake up. His covers are gonna be pulled down.
Fucking Ed's hand needs to turn a little bit. There we go. Let's flabberize them, bud.
What does that mean? What does that mean? His covers are gonna be taken away.
Christ.
I feel like we should get a second one. Make a horror movie.
Listen, I have no emotional
thing's
attachment to
fucking
this one,
cursed.
and Jared spent $20 on it, so like, if we have to alter it in any way to make our horror movie, I'm fine with that. We will burn it after that, because it will
We should
definitely
send it
be
to the
made.
Puppet Master people.
Holy
actually,
fuck, that's
there is a
amazing,
second one
Jared.
for about the same price.
No,
Oh, there it is.
right. You pulled this out, and I was like, what is that? No, it's huge. Why is it so big? Why is it so big, Jared?
I honestly thought it was going to be a little bit smaller too until
me
it came in, and I was
too.
like, oh, that's not what I
Holy
thought.
fuck.
Why is his gun holding hand limp wristed? Why can't he hold the gun?
Shit, that's
Got to fucking put
amazing.
this in hot water. Just a little. Or you know,
Talking.
I will be able to fix this. Because I got things
My
to fix it.
accent.
I might need to go get him. No, I know.
It is the most cursed thing.
It's just cursed, like I appreciate it. It's funny as shit. But if you think that motherfucker's ever coming out of that box, you have another thing coming.
Just buy the
Okay, he
second
doesn't
one.
talk. I was trying to make him
Oh,
talk.
the button on
Yeah,
his
the
belt?
buttons on his chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, the buttons.
I like how that's the first thing I do. Like touch.
I swear to God, if he started talking,
What
we're
was
gonna
something-
burn it
It's
tonight.
like you have to say a demon's name to give it power.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the description for it. It was like, yeah, it's,
Oh, did you say its name to give it power?
It was a real weird urgent buy.
Must sell now.
I was like, well, gee, don't twist my arm. I mean, only $20.
Jesus, that's fucking funny. Christ
but
almighty.
no, his description was very much like original 90s may or may not work. Up to you. And I was like, that's fine. I don't think Michael ever wanted to work.
No, it's fun. I appreciate it. It's a great gift, but it will stay in that box until I have my own office, in which point it's going behind like a sealed glass fucking case.
What you should do is you should fucking get some shrink wrap and shrink wrap it.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'd love to find like that? I actually used to have actually no, it's what I used to have. I had the when Toy Story came out, they had the giant like 20-inch Woody and Buzz Lightyear.
I got a 20-inch Woody for you.
I had one of each of those in my great grandma's.
I always
That's what that
wanted
reminds
them.
me of, because they were the fabric and they had the plastic head.
I always wanted them growing up, but I never got them.
I did have them. The Buzz Lightyear got eaten by a dog, and then Woody I had for God, I had that one for a long time.
This guy's just... His proportions are all fucked.
Yeah, he's a Digimon, man.
Yeah, they don't have to be.
You got leather jeans on.
Yeah, he's hot leather daddy.
Yeah.
Hot leather demon daddy.
Can you imagine the ball sweat he's got going on, though?
Oh, you have...
Is there a bulge?
No, it's very flat.
No, poor Digimon. They don't get coated with genitalia.
Do you have a... No, he doesn't have a port. I have to get a figure stand for this guy because I don't think he can stand up.
On his own.
Yeah, no. And not against the design or anything. I just think he's...
Oh, no, 100% against the design.
a toy from the 90s.
Yeah, well, you know...
This soft plastic that works. Thank you, Jared.
Hey, you know, I try, because, like, I looked up Transformers, man, but you have so many guys...
You can't. Listen, you can't. There's like
396 of them.
There's like 2 that I know I can get him. So if you think I'm going to fucking tell you which ones they are, you got another thing coming.
Now, there are some that I've always... that I want, of course, but...
If I ever make it to a salary grade 63 at Farmers, I'm making $177,000 a year. While he's down here at his lonely peon levels, I will get him that stupid fucking Unicron.
Oh God! Don't give me the.
No, I'm gonna fucking get you the $2,000 Unicron.
Don't give me.
You know,
he's too big. He's too big.
Nope. You'll have to get a fucking shelf just for you. You have to remove one of the actual shelves to actually hold him.
No,
you remember
he's
that?
bigger than that.
How big is he?
You let me look at his size because
You remember that giant Scorponok thing that I had found before?
yeah.
Still available. They've dropped the bar. They just keep dropping that price now.
Yeah, because it's too fucking expensive.
Yeah, nobody wants it.
Find the HasLab toy because where's the HasLab? I don't care
Listen.
about Prime.
You know you want Prime.
If I ever get that, you'll have one opportunity. I mean, like, what is the one Transformer that you have always wanted?
That's a really hard question.
You only get one.
Yeah, only one chance. What do you quickly Google?
I don't know.
The
I'm sorry.
rarest Transformer.
So he is Unicron, 27 inches tall,
Okay.
Oof.
and
Yeah.
about 35 inches wide.
Yeah, so you just take that shelf off and it's right there.
He's almost 3 feet wide.
Yeah, it'll fit. He's wide. He's a thick boy, isn't
Yeah.
he? Damn.
Yeah, he's got the wings.
Oh, that's right. Just tuck those in.
You don't need those.
Oh my
right?
god damn, he's a thick boy.
That's what my mom said.
I know, right?
There he is on a couch next to a cat.
Jesus Christ.
Like,
You know, bigger than what I was picturing in my mind.
here you can get a good scale. There's the Armada Unicron versus the HasLab Unicron.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's
Fuck.
to put in the scale, but that's his crotch.
No shit.
Yeah, goddamn.
So he's two of those tall.
For those of you at home, he's pointing. He looked up how big it was, and he has the other one he's talking about.
the Armada Unicron.
Goddamn.
So yeah, there's a reason why he was $450 originally, and now 1,000 on the aftermarket.
Jesus, man.
He's a big fucker.
He's a big fucker.
Yeah, I would say so.
Gotta go put Yelzamon's hands in my bag of stuff that goes
Oh, because
in the
Anthony
bag
has
of
extra
stuff.
stuff. Yeah.
It's a bag of holding.
That's actually worth plus 3.
Got a wheelie in here.
Dexterity.
Yeah. Just a bunch of Lego parts.
Go to Transformer parts.
Uh-huh.
You want a saber tooth? There's a saber tooth.
Hell yeah, bro.
No, are you more of a? Wait. You get that ASMR? More of a Wolverine kind of guy.
Yeah. Speaking of Sabretooth and Wolverine, Anthony, do you know the dark history behind those two characters?
Yeah. Well,
why they hate both?
You see,
They were brothers.
They were brothers.
In the Civil
yes.
War.
Oh, god damn it. God damn it.
His real dad.
Oh!
But when Wolverine got his powers...
Even I've fucking seen that movie, asshole.
Dude, I honestly kind of wish Sabretooth's background was, like, a little less...
What is Sabretooth's background? Why is he that? I mean, I know that
like, him and Logan were born around the same time. Like, way Pioneer Day kind of thing. No, Sabretooth just, like, grew animalistic the way he is now, but as a kid...
Like, he's the foil to Wolverine, being like, hey, if Wolverine ever fully goes animalistic, he would be this.
Yeah, pretty
also,
much Sabretooth
feet.
is like, if you took everything Wolverine is and you amped him up by 100, you've got what Sabretooth is at his base, which is why he never fucking wins.
Including height.
But no, it is literally just his things came in, he started acting animalistic, he attacked his brother on his birthday over a piece of cake, and then his family was super religious, so they, like, chained him in the basement and would rip out his fangs every night and be like, you have to pray the sin away. This is a sin. Yeah, and then he broke free and murdered everyone because, you know, Animal Boy gets treated like animal instinct takes over.
Yeah, I remember I watched House of Wax, starring Paris Hilton.
And that's basically how that went, and then he just happened to run into Logan at some point later on in his lifetime and was like, okay, and like because Logan is very much the, like, what are you looking at, bub kind of dude, like pick a fight. Sabretooth like that, because then it was like, oh, he basically, it's like he reminds him of his little brother that he murdered, where every year on Logan's birthday, the whole thing and they did in Origins where he kills his girlfriend, he does that every year. Like, that's not a one-time thing. Every fucking year on Logan's birthday, he's always alone because Sabretooth comes out from wherever he is to be like, hey, happy birthday. And he murders anyone he's dating, anyone he cares about at all, and then leaves. And it becomes the tradition over years, and, like, that is their relationship.
God, you think he would just, like, lock him up somewhere?
You know? Yeah.
I know Thanos does that to a regular guy. Like, he comes every year on this guy's birthday. Since he was a baby.
It's the most fucked up thing. Just like, what an asshole. like, hey, Logan, happy... Shh. Don't say it. Yeah, don't say it. Can't know it's that day yet.
The fucking Batman voice.
I don't know.
The Batman voice.
Tubes.
I guess that's why, actually.
They're part of tubes. A series of tubes.
This is going to sound weird, but have you, not to get off topic, but like,
no, go for it.
Have you guys seen the newest trailers for the American Society of Magical Negroes? It looks so goddamn funny.
You said words.
Well, you see, the American Society of Magical Negroes, which is the full name. We're not saying it just to be...
No, I get it.
So, you remember that Key and Peele sketch?
Yeah, that's where...
That's the idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
How they're making a show?
No,
it's a movie.
It's going to be a romance, so don't get your hopes up.
A magical Negro, my friend, is a black side character that only exists in perpetuity to make sure that the white protagonist stays on track. And then the main character they invite into society, the black dude, like decides like that's fucking stupid. And they all start losing their magic because he's going against. It's amazing. It looks so fucking good.
It's literally a movie about you know, black people using magic to make white people's lives easier.
Because if white people are happy, black people are safer. That is like, that sounds super racist. That is legitimately aligned.
Okay.
It looks so
It's got that one guy from D&D in it.
It's also got Nicole,
tells me nothing.
the girl from Nailed It, Nicole.
There's one black guy in the D&D. Well, there's two black guys. It's not the paladin.
Wow, you racist.
Yeah, the young.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
The wizard. That's who he is! I fucking Christ!
You're like, I know this man!
Yeah, I couldn't fucking think of it. Yeah, it just looks really good.
We can't ask for the tickets. Can we get Can we get 3 for the American Society?
Yeah, that's the reason why there's only one movie that I thought looked funny that I just still have not seen.
What one?
Beaners.
The Blackening.
Oh,
Because I was like, oh, that looks
the
funny,
horror
and then I
movie.
just never went to
It's
see it
not
because
on
I
any
was like,
streaming, is it?
No, but you can
It
buy
Faded
it.
from. I'm not gonna buy it.
see, and at the time, my ex was
Why?
half black. I could have gone to a theater at that time, but I didn't. And now I'm like, I should have just taken the free card while I had it to not be an awkward white guy going to see that
you could have
movie.
still gone to see it. See, the problem is, you're like, I'm white, I can't see it. No, you're a horror movie fan. You can go see it. Just
feel
don't
odd.
drop the N-bomb and you'll be okay.
Yes.
Man, my whole white, man, my heritage, my family,
Just, yeah.
they'd be calling from everywhere to make me say it, and I'd be sitting there sweating.
Yep.
Be like, I love the movie, it's not you, please.
Well, all the white
Don't
people
put your
in the
phone down.
audience, just say the N-word, please, and we'll start the movie.
Yep.
It's a trap!
Yep.
No, that is still a movie I still have to see, though. But no, I found out the same thing. It's not anywhere fucking streaming. Pissed me off.
Yeah. Like, I thought it was going to come to, like, something.
I
and
thought
it never,
so, too.
Because we were going to plan on watching it together, like, over Halloween, and it never fucking came to fruition.
Frustrating.
So, we didn't really talk about what we were going to go into the future, and I think we're getting ready to kind of wrap up things. What time is it? Where are we at? Yeah. So, like, just look at it kind of... But, like, so every Halloween we watch Morbius. And this Halloween, we're going to watch Madam Web and Morbius.
Double feature.
In between there, Craven comes out, as well as Venom 3.
Oh, come
So in perpetuity going forward, to save us mental anguish, we will not just watch Morbius every Halloween. We will watch 2 of the 4 movies in chronological order.
We will put into a hat.
Now we're gonna do a spin wheel thingy online to make
Gotcha.
sure, and we're just going to watch 2 of them. So maybe we get lucky and we see
There will be Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage,
Yep.
Morbius, Madam Web, and
Craven
Craven.
So-
the Hunter, or Venom 3, depending on which one's worse.
Yeah, that's true. Whichever is the worst Venom
Speaking of
movie.
which,
Yeah, go ahead.
exciting stuff I'm seeing.
For Venom 3?
Yeah.
What's it about?
Jared, you don't sound like you're actually
Remember
excited.
how Sony said they'd like, hey, maybe we need a Spider-Man?
Yeah, do they need a
Do you know the
Spider-Man?
casting that's been released for Venom 3, Anthony?
No.
Michael?
No.
Aunt May and Ben Parker are in the casting for Venom 3.
Oh no!
Are we getting back Parks
Are
and
we
Rec?
kidding?
Or Community?
They're just throwing them in there, apparently, because they were revealed in the cast list.
You fucking better be an aged up Adam Scott. No, because he doesn't know. He had Adam Scott,
No,
right? The guy who's in Adam Web.
I do
So
have
that's
to
the thing
say,
people have been
Madam
latching
Web is
on.
not connected to anything.
So,
Oh,
hey, listen.
Oh,
not
they
yet,
say
it
that
ain't.
now. Yeah, I was about to say. But
Oh
no, that
my
was
God.
something I saw somebody post about it because there was, oh God, what's his name? Who played Scarecrow?
Cillian Murphy?
Cillian
Thank
Murphy.
you. He was in the listing.
No.
He was in the cast listing.
You're better than that, Killian. You got an Oscar nom for Oppenheimer.
Well, the thing that caught
Oppenheimer.
the video I saw anyway was because they're in the casting, but they apparently don't have things listed right. Obviously, because Cillian Murphy was listed as May Parker, and
Hell
they were
yeah.
like,
Hey,
Fucking
Hey,
pulling a John
Sony, what
Travolta in
a- "What the
Hairspray.
fuck are you doing?"
Absolutely.
don't worry. If you were worried, it's the same person writing it
Yeah.
who also wrote Venom, Let There Be Carnage, and Cruella.
Well, that's good. At least it's got some continuity. I liked Cruella. I saw it recently. I might have just liked Emma Stone. I probably just liked Emma Stone.
Not to be a gross man pig.
Yeah.
She finally did the full sex scene.
Yeah, and
What?
Poor Things.
What?
Yeah, Emma Stone.
Yeah.
You can
Oh.
find her titties now.
Yeah,
Like
Poor
her riding
Things.
a guy.
Yep.
Not to be a disgusting man pig, but I was jacking off the
That's
other
terrible,
day.
Anthony.
is-
That's disgusting.
And,
Why would you bring that up on this channel? We're a family content.
Because that's a not childhood, but like a teenage dream come true.
It's fair.
I would fucking let her spit down my throat.
Oh God,
I know I'm a gross man and all that, but I would,
she can slap me around.
it's just like one of
I
those
would
things where you're
not
like,
stop
oh, finally. Because it's also a way that's consented, which is
it.
good.
But is it her though?
Yes.
Yeah,
There's always body
Isn't
doubles.
she riding Mark Ruffalo?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And Poor Things. That's the one with Willem Dafoe who's all scarred up. And she has the brain of a baby. Yeah. Yeah, you feel good about that now? You feel real good about that now, do you? Huh?
Well, we're not going to let
That's the
that
whole
up
thing. It's a
anymore.
brain transplant because, like, she ends up getting hurt or dying or something, and it's basically a Frankenstein movie.
A Frankenstein movie.
Yep. A Robert F. Frankenstein movie.
That would explain the thing. I had seen a thing about, like...
She has to learn how to do everything because she's got a baby brain.
Well, like, I saw a thing about, like, Poor Little Things.
Yeah, Poor Things, yep.
Did better, I guess, in, like, the popular eye than Lisa Frankenstein did, and people are like, because they basically did a Frankenstein story and it just overshadowed.
Yep. Ta-da. It's about what I thought.
Yeah, I suppose that's
about what I thought.
Yeah. Anyway,
I mean, like, good for her.
I can't see it. Oh, good for her.
Yeah, turn up the brightness.
Yep. Good for her.
we're looking at
Classic.
cars.
Yep.
Classic
sure.
cars.
I'm looking at her bush.
Yes,
That
the
too.
1978 Bush Chevy Mustang, a great year,
That's
black coat.
So. All right. I don't think we can get any lower than that, gentlemen. So
Sorry, I got so excited.
it's fine.
I mean, you jack off and you just...
You don't.
You pour
It's-
you
I
put something in
jack
your
off too
pocket.
much. I don't need more.
I'm not saying you can jack
True.
it off now. I'm just saying sometimes when you jack off, you see something, and then you're so in the moment you forget to mention it.
Okay.
Because also, I don't want to jack off and be like, "Hey guys, guess what I just saw."
Yeah, I don't think I've ever jerked off to anything and been like, you know what, I'm going to tell the guys about later this thing I was jerking off to. I don't think that's ever crossed my mind.
I'm pretty sure I did a whole category on it.
Mike has.
I'm pretty sure I did a whole category on it before.
We did like 2 bonuses on it.
Yeah.
We all know Mike will talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for women. What can I say?
It's fine.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Remind me at work when Jen and someone else was complaining about their husbands and the dude stuff, and I just turned to Gabe. I'm like, "This is why I don't date men." Just everyone's just busting out laughing. Gabe's like, "Oh, that's the reason." I'm like, "That's the reason."
Probably.
Makes sense.
Which is such a funny. I don't think anyone expected that.
Probably.
I'm
not.
funny sometimes. Or they all thought I was stupid.
Either way.
Either way, one is more likely, but
I want to make a clarification as we're ending out, because
Yeah.
I sent this in the group chat, and then I realized after the fact I was wrong, and it's a very small correction.
That's why I don't always take everything for credit.
Yeah.
Jared says it's fine. Like we all get a rant sometimes. So, what's your
It's
correction?
really random, but it was going to bug me. So, not 3 trackers on the attacking team now. I realized that earlier. It's actually 4, which pissed me off even more, because that means you just have like a whole fucking team. That's stupid. Anyway. What's he talking about?
well, not
that's-
Helldivers 2 because it's apparently PlayStation 5 exclusive.
That is because Xbox. I learned all about this. That is because Xbox shoved their head up their ass, and
I was gonna-
Helldivers won't work with them now.
I was going to buy it and play it. I was going to buy
I
it and play
want
it.
Anthony. Do you know how badly I look
The
at that
Starship
game?
Trooper game.
Yeah, and I go, I really want to
okay.
fucking play this because it looks so much fun. You know, and you can't. Yeah, you'll never play it with Xbox at this point. Which is, they run everything. They run their servers. They run their communities. They do it all. To make a deal with Microsoft, they're like, yeah, you got to use our stuff, and they were like, we're not doing that though, because then we lose control. They're like, you got to use our stuff to
I
be on our
had to
server.
block all this fucking shit that I was looking up because I was getting really excited. So all my fucking like ads and
so-
like you like this or you like this, so I started
And,
blocking everything. 'Cause I'm like,
See, the worst
"I
part,
can't."
talking with my coworkers who do play it, they've been talking about the community super pissed with that because they're like, yeah, no, let there be another crossplay. Like, we'd love to have more fucking people to help us play this goddamn game.
Right.
Pull your head out of your ass.
Yeah. So Joel quit fucking people
Yeah,
over.
Joel.
Yeah, Joel.
Fuck you, Joel.
Joel.
I don't know who you are, Joel. But
There's
you're-
a dude who
No, I
has
know.
the handle like no, I know. He has at Joel, and people are fucking tweeting at him because they're like, he's like, I'm not the Joel. There's more than one Joel, guys.
I'm gonna mess with my sister. She married a Joel.
Fucking asshole.
Well, your husband's an asshole. Why? Fucking Helldiver 2.
It's amazing. Oh my god.
Imagine having the one power
Go-
to fuck up everything.
The DM of the God creation DM, basically. I got one thing that I want to talk
Yeah,
about
go
before
for
we
it.
end the show. What do you guys know about what happened in Glasgow?
I know very little, Michael.
I know nothing.
This is a genuine
Is
question.
it it's Willy Wonka? I know a lot.
Willy Wonka experience.
I've seen a video.
I'm gonna be so pissed at you.
Okay, I'm glad someone brought this up. Because
gotta
this
find
is
the-
my
I gotta find the
brain.
Oompa
I'd
Loompa.
seen a thing about a Willy Wonka experience and issues, and I was like,
So I only bring it up because like the villain of that entire thing was called the Unknown. It lives in the walls of the chocolate factory, stealing his ideas. Fucking horror movie announced for it.
Oh, is there?
A24 and Blumhouse have picked it up fucking already.
Love
It's
it.
been 4 fucking days. They'll just greenlight anything, guys. We're good.
Yeah,
God damn it.
Yeah, the Oompa Loompa.
unknown right
The
there.
Unknown, yeah.
It's just a person in a mask.
So
Comes out from behind the mirror. Ooh.
it's all AI. It was all AI generated with the scripts and everything. Everyone's getting a full refund because like they just showed up to a factory.
We have to cook. So Oompa Loompa looks like she's making
She's
meth.
so bad. I don't. Well, that's because it's not an Oompa Loompa. That's an Oompa Loompa. Obviously, they couldn't get the licensing
yes.
right. And it's not Willy Wonka's chocolate experience.
The man was.
It's
told.
Wilna's Wonka's. What?
The Willy, the guy who
Yeah.
played Willy Wonka, because he's come out in interviews,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah. He's like, I was there. It was all AI generated.
He was supposed to play Willy Wonka for 45 minutes
Yep.
increments and
Yep.
like 15-minute breaks between
Yeah.
things. And he ended up doing it for like 4 hours straight.
Uh-huh.
And he was in character for 4 hours.
Could you imagine
straight.
trying to pretend to give a fuck about this sad production
for
4 hours.
as another character?
Oh my god, I couldn't do it. But yeah, it's just like you see, like they go to this empty factory, and it's the kids. They got half a glass of lemonade and a singular jelly bean in one of the. I know.
Wonka's getting on the budget here, kids.
Inflation's hitting us all hard. Inflation's hitting everyone hard these days, kids. Write your representatives, even though Silver and Island, whatever. But yeah, no. And like the thing is, like even the unknowns come out about it, and they're like, we had no
God.
idea until we got there what it was going to look like, and it looked nothing like it was supposed to.
Yeah.
Apparently, there was a portion like it was like a pinup hang, and they, like many of us did, just kind of went on Amazon, was like, yeah, it'll work, and then like didn't look at the dimensions.
Here's what was advertised.
Yeah. Yep.
Thanks to artificial
Yeah.
intelligence.
Yeah. You see
so
how that
this-
thing that's hanging on the wall right there? Yeah, they got that, and we're like, yeah, no, it's just slightly too small.
This
Jesus Christ.
is like the Spinal Tap, where they're trying to make
Yeah.
the fucking Stonehenge, and they write inches instead of feet, so they just get the tiny little fucking set.
Yes.
It's exactly this. We're like, that'll be fine. They get it like, ooh, ooh.
One of the parents wrote the hardest line ever
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah.
Sold a dream, delivered a nightmare.
God,
That's a great line.
yeah, and you know that's gonna be the fucking line for the horror movie too.
Yeah,
so,
it is. Yeah,
Christ, it was
is.
good. I was like, I'm just watching the internet explode on this, and been like, God, this is amazing. This shouldn't have happened. Like,
No, it should.
$45.
$45
For that?
and you get a half a glass of lemonade and a jelly bean. And a methed out Oompa Loompa. Now, she is not actually methed out. She was just not happy to be there, and people were taking pictures. And she's come out and been like, yeah, it was not a good time. Like, we got a script. The script was incomprehensible. You had no idea what was happening. Yep.
It's amazing.
my
Yeah.
God.
Fucking amazing.
Oh, this world. I
right.
swear.
Chrissy Patterson.
The Oompa Loompa,
Yeah,
or the
that's-
Oompa Loompa.
The
The Oompa Loompa.
She,
My
oh
uncle's
god,
alive.
I would have loved to go.
Oh my
here.
God. I would have had such a.
I
We would have
would've
had
paid
such a good
$45.
time.
We would have died.
We
laughing.
would not have been. We would have been irreconcilable in the first fuck. They hand us a half a glass of lemonade, and I would lose my
singular jelly
absolute
bean.
shit. Oh, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
We all
I
three,
know, right?
it would have turned into just 3 Cartmans, just
Oh yeah, just
laughing
fucking
nonstop.
just constantly just picking on everyone too, and making the actual experience probably better for the adults, but somehow worse for the children.
I go up to the Oompa Loompa and be like, "Hey, girl, how you doing? Having a bad day? Having worse?
What you doing after this,
Oompa Loompa.
sweetheart? You look like you could use $20.
Yeah, we're gonna go get drinks. You want to come?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
2 of us are single. You can have your pick at this point. It's going to be better than this. I guarantee it. Anthony's married. We're sorry, he's out of the game. We know he's the best
I'll
one
be
of us,
the
but
DD.
goddamn.
Wow, appreciate that, but no.
Yeah.
Over in Glasgow, I mean, you never know. It's
Yeah,
a
I-
foreign-
Yeah, it might be really
Yeah, you
good.
might be a Glasgow
Where's
10.
Glasgow? I'm Irish. I'm mostly Irish.
You might be a Glasgow 10.
Dude, I'm
like a
brown. I got
solid
that.
7.
They're gonna look at me like, oh my god, that's the tannest man I've ever seen.
Anthony,
That man doesn't drink Guinness.
I can't.
I know.
They're gonna kick me out.
Your smallest aquarium of whiskey, please.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, I just had to bring that up because it was
Gosh,
just fucking funny.
I didn't know all those details.
Oh,
Like, half a
yeah,
glass of
bud.
lemonade. That's
Your For You page doesn't. You don't get enough of the For You page to get your algorithm right to learn about that
Jesus
shit. But yeah,
Christ. I had seen something
Fucking
about it,
amazing.
and then I was like, "Oh, somebody did," but I didn't realize it was a total shit show.
Yeah,
That
absolute shit show.
God damn.
Yep.
Who thought that was a good fucking idea?
Apparently, whoever was selling it for $45. So whatever company was that? So
Blumhouse.
Yeah, Blumhouse. They're just in the horror movie. They're just gonna cut away to actual footage of kids like what the fuck?
Ooh.
Yeah, I know, right?
I hope that Blumhouse
fucking God.
just has like the exact stuff.
The same
remade.
set. It's like we bought everything from them, and we're just gonna throw it up, and we're just gonna like walk through horror and just record.
What was
people.
the budget? $20.
Yeah, they actually had to give all the money back, so they were so far in debt. We just even. It was like $6,000. Oh, and we had to buy out the actors too. Don't worry, we're rewriting the script to make it comprehensible.
Remember how we said how we made a horror B movie?
Yeah.
They just made a horror B movie.
Yeah, no shit.
They tried.
Oh, I have something I want to bring up to end out this show.
Yep.
Just reminded me here
Yep.
randomly, but I watched The Equalizer 3
Why?
Why?
because it was on Netflix, and I was
So
like,
Denzel.
there's lots of stuff on
Oh,
Netflix.
boy.
You don't have to watch
Watch
that.
Castlevania season 1 again.
Yeah. Or any of them. You watch The Witcher 1 through
it
3
was
and a
better.
half.
It was better than the second one. I'll give them that. It wasn't just a Verizon commercial. So like,
That's
at least
funny.
they didn't go there.
But they're raising the bar.
It was either Verizon or Sprint. It was a fucking mobile network.
Yeah.
that whole movie. But this one, the
Meatballs.
only thing where I was like taken out of it completely was the ending to it.
Sure.
Which spoiler for everyone, but
I don't care.
Yeah.
he kills the drug lord kingpin that he
Obviously.
was tracking down by overdosing him, and then like literally follows the man down the fucking street out of his mansion. And I'm like, okay, the city hates him because like he's a sleazebag, like he's burnt down things, like he's like a real criminal empire. I don't believe for 2 seconds that fucking no one in this town is gonna watch Denzel walking behind a man vomiting blood and like clearly dying, and him just like kicking him and being like hands behind him. Like no one said no one.
No
the
one.
entire fucking town watches this happen. I was like, in a real tone, there would be at least one person that's like, I should probably call the cops.
Yeah.
There'd be one racist person who would call
This
the cops.
black man's killing this guy. I need to call the cops. There's always one. There's always one.
One racist person. I want to clarify.
Yeah, really need to clarify. But no, that was the only thing. Because past that, it was just more like it was an enjoyable watch, fun, whatever kind of movie. Until I got to there, and then I was just like, what the fuck? Like everything else was him like
King Kong
breaking
ain't
into the
got
house,
me.
and this one is just in the middle of fucking broad daylight in the
Yep.
street. Like what the fuck? Anyway, so folks, you can follow us at OddcastN. We also have Patreon.com/Oddcast. OddcastN. Sorry. Go there. We have all the episodes up. You can get things early. Usually I try to get these up like a week early, so go check that out. And you have the unedited stuff. Like if there's jokes that we can't, that like where Mike's like, you need to cut that, it'll end up.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah, if you want to hear us drop some
Yeah, like.
or beat trash back.
Bye, everybody.